Ian Bremmer's warning, the U.S. versus itself and other global risks in 2024. In a sobering assessment of the global landscape, political scientist Ian Bremmer outlines a series of key risks facing the United States and the world in 2024. Against a backdrop of geopolitical uncertainty, economic instability, and social unrest, Bremmer's analysis highlights the urgent need for proactive leadership and collective action to address the complex challenges of the 21st century. At the forefront of Bremmer's concerns is the deepening divide within the United States itself, driven by political polarization, social inequality, and racial injustice. As Bremmer observes, the country is increasingly fragmented along ideological lines, with partisan gridlock and dysfunction hindering efforts to address pressing issues such as healthcare, infrastructure, and climate change. Bremmer points to the rise of populism and nationalism as contributing factors to the erosion of trust in government institutions and the fraying of social cohesion. From the storming of the Capitol to the resurgence of white supremacist violence, the United States faces a growing threat from domestic extremism and political violence, fueled by a toxic mix of disinformation, grievance politics, and identity-based resentment. But the challenges facing the United States are not limited to its own borders. Bremmer identifies a number of global risks that pose significant threats to stability and security on the international stage. These include the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, which continues to ravage communities and economies around the world, exacerbating existing inequalities and deepening divisions between rich and poor nations. Bremmer also highlights the escalating tensions between the United States and China as a major source of geopolitical risk in 2024. With both countries locked in a bitter rivalry for dominance in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond, the risk of miscalculation and conflict looms large, threatening to destabilize the global economy and plunge the world into a new era of great power competition. In addition to these geopolitical flashpoints, Bremmer points to a number of other global risks that demand urgent attention from policymakers and leaders. These include the threat of cyberattacks and digital warfare, the destabilizing impact of climate change and environmental degradation, and the rise of authoritarianism and illiberalism in countries around the world.